We have with us Peter Betzel, CEO and CSO, IKEA India. Peter, thank you for speaking to Business World. Now, you are betting $1.2 billion in the Indian market in the coming few years. What prompts you to take that decision in a hyper-volatile market like India as of now?
First of all, I would like to show a bit our excitement. We are opening today our first city store in India, which is in Mumbai. And happy to announce also that this is one of our way going forward. Mm-hmm. So we would like to go full omni-channel in India, like we do in many other countries. But in India, I think it's a perfect market if we look a bit forward. First of all, we are talking 1.4 billion people, almost 1.4 billion people. India will be one of the top 5 home furnishing market in the coming decade. Mm-hmm. And we are a company, we are for the many people with our vision. We have a fantastic range. We have been visiting a lot of people. So we have a strong belief in India as a fantastic market for our brand, as a fantastic market with our way going forward. Omnichannel means online, means bigger stores, means smaller formats in dense areas. And then also that is the main reason. We would like to be in India. We believe in India. We are committed to India. And we see that the country is also developing for home furnishing. There's a big need for home furnishing. And this is why we are here.
Sure. Now, home decor and retail has been surging in India over the past few decades, so to speak. And I'll say the last 2 decades. But over the last 5 years, and especially during the COVID times, demand has been a huge problem, not only for the economy at large, but also for major auto brands, brands operating in any sector. Do you have any USP with which you would want to attract this resurging demand? Because retail and the kind of products you have, they are largely physical. The customers want the touch and feel. So is there any specific action plan you have in mind to attract more demand?
We see related to the home and the life at home, especially because of COVID, that has been accelerating a bigger need for home furnishing because suddenly we have been working from home. Our kids have been homeschooling. The maids could not come, so we were cooking at home. We were inviting our friends at home. So everything has happened at home. And that made the people also think, what can I improve at home? Make them think, can I make it more functional? So the demand for home furnishing for IKEA has been bigger even during COVID and the demand was not going down. The other part is also the way we are looking on the market and the way we are building our range. We think and we will have a strong belief everybody deserves a beautiful, functional, sustainable and affordable home. So it's very important also to say that people are rethinking now the most important place in the world. How can it be? How should it be? Other demands are coming in. It has to be healthy, sustainable. It has to be affordable. It can be beautiful. And this is why we are here. And this is why we believe there's a strong demand in home furnishing. And we are very happy that the interest for home furnishing and the demand for home furnishing has been increasing and is continuing to increasing.
Sure.
That's number one. Number two is also many more people in India. They are moving also now to have home furnishing affordable. So they can afford, they have a home, they're renting a home. Young couples with the young families are going in. So this is our target group also when we talk about families. So the demand is increasing for home furnishing. We have a strong belief in India and we have a strong belief that our brand and our range is fantastic for the people.
Sure. Now, talking about the Indian market in general, not only the government, but also brands have become more conscious about the environment and sustainability factor. Now, you being also the CSO, Chief Sustainability Officer, along with the CEO, the titles do not usually go along for most of the brands. Now, how are you driving your sustainability efforts? Can you highlight a few parameters for the audience, especially for the Indian market, which has promised very ambitious plans in the COP26 till the year 2030?
I'm happy that you're asking that question. We are a purpose-led company. We believe that doing good business is good business. So many other brands, they see a conflict in either sustainability or its profit. We do profit for purpose. And the purpose is that we would like to be, in the way we're doing business, we like to be good for customers, for people, for society, and for the environment. So we have strong plans in IKEA, which have been starting years ago. Number one is we would like to engage worldwide 1 billion people and also many people in India with our range, with our tips and ideas, with the way we are building our range, that they can live a more healthy, more sustainable life. That's number one. Number two is we would like to be climate positive in 2030. So that means CO2 neutral in our business. For that, we are also investing a lot in renewable energy. We have been investing a lot of wind farms and solar parks all over the world. Also, India, together with the government, there's a high interest in renewable energy. We would like to go that way forward and exploring opportunities to also build renewable energy investments here in India.
Okay.
Number three.
That would include investments in the renewable sector as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3 means we would like to be circular in IKEA. So that means from our whole supply chain, and our whole range is either made of reusable, recyclable, or regrowing materials. I'll give you one example. We are only today in forest, we are only using certified wood, and that goes back in the circularity when the product leaves its life cycle.
Okay.
So 100% of our range, today we are on 60%. In 2027 latest or 28 latest, we'll like 100% of our range is in a circular way.
Sure.
Also with circular services. And number 4 is where we are very proud of is a strong agenda when we talk about equality, diversity, inclusion. You see here the store, for example, we have more than 50% are women. We have that in India from the beginning. More than 50% of our workforce are women in all hierarchical levels, in all areas, in all units and all functions what we have there. So we talk about real equality, real diversity, and real inclusion also for IKEA in India to be the good example here. So we have a strong agenda, People and Planet Positive, which we are following.
You know, Peter, India is a very complex and dynamic market
Yes.
at the same time. You know, we have Fords and Citibanks of the world wrapping up their shops and, moving on and without making a huge dent in the investment ecosystem. So there is local competition as well. There are other players in the market as well. How are you planning to deal with the challenges in the Indian market? And what are the top challenges, according to you will be facing in the next
First
few
of
years?
all, we are happy for everybody who is working in home furnishing. We all believe, and that is for any competitor, we all believe that home is the most important place in the world. And we all believe, and we see that there's a high demand for home furnishing. So everybody who is working with that, I don't see them as competitor. I see them increasing the interest for home furnishing in India and increasing the demand. So we have a big belief that the home furnishing market as such will grow and everybody will take this part. So that is number 1. And number 2, we have a full trust in the brand. The customers are not only using a brand which is who has the cheapest on the market. We are affordable for the many people. We are sustainable for the many people. We have the fantastic quality in our range, and we have the best functionality. We have been visiting when we start in India more than 2,000 households. So that means we have a high interest in people's life at home, and according to that, we are also developing range for that. And according to that, also the way we are showing is this is how I could live in India. So we're making proposals not from an IKEA perspective, but it's very close to how people can live in India with a range and with the home furnishing part what we have here. So we're not afraid about the ecosystem. We're not afraid of it. We have a strong trust in people. We are here for the people, and everybody who works in home furnishing. We are happy that we can increase the interest for home furnishing, and I think we have the best offer for the many people in India to create a beautiful, functional, sustainable home.
Sure. Any suggestions you have on the government side, on the lobbying side, on the policy side, the changes which need to be made in order to boost scenario and ecosystem for brands like yours?
I think there are 2 dimensions. The one is the government has also, because we have been a company working close with the government, when it comes for ease of doing business, there's still a way to go. I think land acquisition, also how to get licensed if you like to open something, also the way we are doing business, there's still a way to go. But the government is very much listening, especially to companies where they have a lot of trust, which is IKEA also with the experience worldwide. So that's movement ongoing. That is really good. Very open and very good discussions. That is very good. And then the other part is also, we also would like to support. We are here more than 30 years with more than 50 suppliers. So we are also producing in India. So we are producing mainly home furnishings, but we have been, as we are open now here, we have been starting also to produce in India and to manufacture India mattresses, sofas where we're sitting on. You see a lot when you walk around, that's fantastic. So a lot of made in India. So that will also increase. And the government has a high interest as India to be a manufacturer, furniture manufacturer for the world, not only for the market, but for the world. And here we are coming with a lot of expertise and a lot of competence. What needs to be done? what is the demand worldwide, what is demand in India when it comes to quality, when it comes to global standards, when it comes to sustainability demands, when it comes to highway demands. We call highway, how do we treat our co-workers in the manufacturing part. We are sharing our values. So this is where the government has a high interest. We have been meeting 4 weeks ago. We were launching a white paper with industry, with government. We said this is from our perspective, from our 70-year-old expertise. This is what would be needed. I'm coming back. We need certified wood in India, which we don't have in India. As long as we don't have it, we would like to import it. Please, with no import duties. If you'd like to have that, because we strongly believe that certified wood, let's take it from that perspective, also our consumers will demand.
Correct.
More and more consumers are looking, not only is that the cheapest what we have, they're reflecting, is that also what is the company, how is the company treating people, society, and the environment, and can I have trust in what I'm buying, that this is also done in a sustainable way.
Correct. That's a very valid point. Going forward, environment like wood will be as precious as diamonds. So if people are expecting conflict-free diamonds,
yes,
why not woods?
Yes.
One last question, Peter. You mentioned that 30% of your sales come from online across the world. Going forward in India, which is a very touch-sensitive market, the products which you have are more like Indians are more likely to have a touch and feel. Where do you see this equation going as far as the Indian market is concerned? Do you still believe that online will be a huge?
This is why we are so excited about. We are not talking the one channel or the other channel. We are coming really from we have been a cash and carry. So we had our stores, and we have been adding on now also the online part. And we have been adding on this format, what you see here. So it's both and. It's omni-channel, how we call it. You have you can order and touch and see the range only online. You can plan online. You can make a date with a co-worker sitting in our customer support center, planning the kitchen for you. And then how we are expanding in India is also the way we do it here in Mumbai. Is a very good example. We have a big store. You have everything under one roof. You can everything take away. You can get all services online also. You can get it delivered. You can have a click and collect. And here we have a fantastic store. We are closer to the people. We are more accessible to the people. You can buy here everything. What is not possible as a takeaway. We are planning for you your kitchen, your living room. We are planning your bedroom, and you get it delivered from here, from Mumbai. And that is omni-channel. So you decide as a customer whenever, however, whatever you would like to get it. And this is the way forward. So we're not looking on one or the other channel. We are really looking a full integration, which we call omni-channel, from a consumer perspective. And offering all services. And I think this is fantastic way forward.
Sure. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much for your time. We hope to meet you soon and draw parallels amongst your targets which you do this year and probably when we meet you.
Thank you very much.
On the next store inauguration. Thank you so much,
Nice to
Peter.
meet you.
Thank you.